Car prices have been consistently increasing at about 3% a year for over a decade now, but due to the lockdown, we saw double digits jumps for 2 years back to back before things started to settle down. Now we have several indicators which might tell us why the prices are dropping and if they will continue to drop in the coming years. One of the main reasons for the initial increase in car prices was the shortage of microchips. Modern cars now have over 2,000 semiconductors, which act like the brain of the vehicle and increases functionality, efficiency, and reliability. The problem that started the shortage is that about 60% of the world's semiconductors are manufactured in Taiwan, and the top 90% of the world's most advanced ones are made by just one company. So, as soon as the lockdown stopped all the manufacturing and shipping from Taiwan, it meant that car manufacturers just didn't have enough chips to make the number of cars they wanted. That's why dealerships had no new vehicles to sell. Because of this disruption, it's estimated that the automotive industry lost revenue of about $210 billion in 2021. The lack of new cars in lots meant that the people who were used to getting a new car delivered to them within a month or so now had to wait for a year, if not more. That instantly made every car at a dealership more valuable. Why won't you pay $10,000 extra and get the car today? Which is exactly what a lot of people did. Money was relatively cheap in those 2 years, as the federal rates were reduced to almost 0%. People could now borrow more and pay less in interest, which gave dealerships the power to charge whatever price they wanted. Unfortunately, the people who signed up for these loans and paid more than the car is worth are now struggling the most. Either they are not able to keep up with the payments as interest rates have skyrocketed, or they have a lot of negative equity built up that even if they decide to sell, the money they will get will not even cover the loan amount. That's why we see more than 6,000 cars being repossessed every day. Some might say the worst has passed for the car market. Maybe we have seen the peak and it's about time cars become affordable again. This is becoming a reality day by day as the overall supply of vehicles increases. The semiconductor shortage of 2020 is a lot better today as the shipping routes and foreign trade went back to pre-COVID levels. Dealerships now do not have to wait a year before they get a new car delivered to their customer, so now people don't have to fight for car prices and can stop paying more than what they are worth. The rates also put a lot of pressure on both the dealerships and the customers because people can't just walk in and get cheap loans anymore. And the dealerships who have bought most of their inventory on finance are now paying higher interest and are motivated to sell the cars quickly. So the economics of this industry will slowly bring the price down and find the balance it had for decades. But we are not there yet. The wait time has not reduced as quickly as we would like, and that has given enough time for greed to take over the market. Unlike other industries, the dealerships made a lot of money during the lockdown, and as soon as they saw that cars were going back to be sold closer to the MSRP, the greed of that profit led to some nasty business practices. One of which is selling new cars indirectly. The difference is that instead of you ordering a vehicle and waiting for it to be delivered like the normal scenario, some dealerships have ordered the vehicle without customer orders. This allows them to drive the vehicle for, let's say, 100 miles and justify charging $5,000 to $10,000 extra in the name of having the car ready for you right away, it being expensive to run dealerships or some other excuse. Everyone will give you their reasons why the price is $10,000 more than what the website says, but mostly it's just because they can. There are no laws on how much more than the manufacturer's recommended price a vehicle should be sold for. It's up to the dealerships to decide their profit margins, and if enough of them do it, the pattern is caught by others, which increases the price of basically all new cars. This is very unfortunate, as this is not in the consumer's control, and by living in cities which are dependent on cars, people sometimes have no other option but to pay inflated prices. Prices sure have slowed down, and in certain brands and models even stopped increasing. But this fight between the fair market economy and human greed is one of the reasons car prices won't fall as soon as we hoped. It could take up to a year of people changing and adapting to this market for it to come back to pre-COVID levels. So share this video with someone who you know is looking to buy a car. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.